What's going on, everybody? It's your boy back here with another Wuthering video here, man. So yeah, man, we're here to talk about the new limited character here, which is Roccia. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and pull her up here, man. So of course, with this character, you're gonna be using her preferably in a Havoc team. So it's just the set that she used. You know, you're gonna be using her with Camellia, or you using her with Havoc Rover, which is, I would say, more of a cope thing. But yeah, the Echoes set that she used is this new set that came in the game, which can buff Havoc damage dealers here, and of course her ult also buffs some things here. Comes to damage here, so she has a lot of crit rate. She'll be able to do this with all resonators. So I think she's a good character, but again, she's just more different when it comes to buffing things. So like, if you want to just make Camellia crazy strong, this the character to do it, because this is more of a buff directly to her. But when it comes to more of a universal support, a lot of people are going to be using the SANHUAs and the other supports in different areas. Now, what it is with OBS thing just had an update, and yeah, I don't know, something there with sound, or it could be just mode and just updated the game too. So let's go ahead and leave out of here real quick. Wow, that audio spike was so late. So I don't know what they was doing there. Maybe it's that mode. I was like, huh? Why did the sound go out for a quick second? But is what it is. But yeah, Roccia, I think she's pretty cool. She has her set. Like I said, if you're doing that. Now, not a lot of people talking about SANHUA. Another thing why we talked about this. So me, I'm an F2P player. You guys know I am someone who has been recording my journey this far. So if you guys are new to the channel, I have the best F2P account in Wuthering Waves. So yeah, man, I do have a S6 SANHUA. My SANHUA is not fully built because I haven't had time to fully invest in her, but she does what she does. So people are saying, should you go for a Roccia copy or just use S6 SANHUA? So I would say, when it comes to Roccia, if you just really want to crazy buff Camellia, which I have, you can go for Roccia if you want to do that. But if you don't really want to waste a character and you want to use like SANHUA, which is more universal, this character can buff and be used with other characters outside of Havoc and be restrictive to that Havoc set. So she will work better in different teams. She's even used with Camellia right now. Before Roccia came out, she was Camellia's support there, and she does a very, very good job at it. So I think they're about even when you have her at X6 and Roccia is like S0. But I think it can vary. Roccia, if you have her signature weapon, of course you get a free sword if you got the Emerald Genesis out of the box for SANHUA. And tit for tat, they're not main damage dealers, so they're not going to be battling ahead of damage. They're going to be battling ahead of the support that they give. So of course their on-field time is not going to be a lot. You're going to put in the support or healer, whatever, then you're going to swap into them, and then you're going to swap into Camellia or Havoc Rover or whatever the other unit is, depending on which sub DPS you have. And then they would do roughly around the same damage in a sense, except in a Camellia team, because she gets that extra Havoc damage or Havoc Rover. they would just do a little bit more. And that's just for all sub DPSs in their main category. As you see, Yinlin, she's a great sub DPS, but if she's doing it for Shang Liao, he will get the extra lightning damage. See, I also have Judja. When she does her rotation, she gives that extra ice damage to Carlotta. So she's nothing more than different than one of them, but except these two characters, I would say Judja, she's also a great support for Gen C, who's also getting a rerun. And you can also use her in some other teams. Like I said, Roccia is a little bit more restrictive to just that one team, where the free-to-play SANHUA is universal. Like I said, she was already being used with Camellia. She's used with Chang Li. You can also use her with other DPSs. But, you know, if you think, you know, the damage uplift is there, you know, people have already done the testing. It is not. They're roughly the same. If you have SANHUA at 6 and you know, they have their respective things, I would say Roccia may do a little bit more personal damage. That's one thing I can say. Roccia will do a little bit more personal damage than SANHUA. And that's mainly because SANHUA doesn't have a set when you're running, you know, Moonlit. She's not getting like an ice buff or anything like that. But the support with the Heron is very strong to buff your main DPS. So that's why Roccia said she getting the Havoc boost, then the 4-piece Havoc damage incoming to the next Resonator, which is the Havoc Resonator, which is mainly for a Havoc person. So if you're just a Havoc person and you just, hey, I want to make sure I have a dedicated Havoc buffer, Roccia is your girl. But if you want a more universal unit, SANHUA does the same enough job. I would say you don't need to summon. Secondly, she's a limited character, so you will have to use a lot of summon currency. Now, we did get SANHUA for free just by logging in the game for a couple days. And then, of course, if you summon on previous banners, you'll probably got some dupes along the line. So as you see, I'm free to play, and I do already have her maxed out. And I have plenty of characters. You would just say, okay, so I have Carlotta, Judja, Shorekeeper, Camellia. Of course, he was free. Chang Li, Jinxie, Yinlin. She is 2 dupes, I believe. Yeah, 2 dupes for my Verena. So my team 2 is good. Of course, this was my selector pick just for you know, waifu purposes. I actually got Yoo-Hoo finally on this current banner. I didn't have Yoo-Hoo, so I'm missing Lumi. But I even have signatures for Yinlin. She has my Screen Master. Signature for Camellia. Signature for Chang Li. Signature for her. And she has my Emerald of Genesis, I believe. Yeah, so I was able to acquire a lot of these things and resources for all my characters without spending a dime. So I would say with Roccia, you can even get, you know, a better team, better setups, and even more to summon in the future when we talk about Brant, Phoebe, we talk about Zanny in the future, and some other characters. So you guys if you have been watching my previous videos, you guys already know I've been saving for Zanny. So I'm going to be skipping Brant. I'm also going to be skipping Phoebe. But I would say for people who are saving for those characters, you're also going to have a hard time saving if you're summoning for Roccia right now. Like I said, she's not a bad character, but she's just restrictive. And you just want to keep that in mind. So in the future, you're just going to be using her with, like I said, Havoc based teams and not using her with, like, you know, like I said, a more universal setup. So yeah, man, that's my take on that. Like I said, she's not a bad character. I think she's a dope character. I think all the 2.0 characters are all unique and great in their own way. Like I said, aesthetic wise, I think they all look good. I think, you know, Kuro Games did a great job with designing these characters. And yeah, man, I can't wait to see the rest of them play out. Just I can't wait to play Roccia's story mission. I have not done that yet, but Carlota's Wars was pretty good. Loved it, and they have been hitting on all cylinders with the story. So I can't wait to see all that. And of course, I can't wait for my girl Zanny, which she's gonna take a minute to come. So I gotta be patient, summoning and doing things like that. But yeah, man, if you summon, I hope you guys are lucky. I hope you guys win your 50/50s. And yeah, man, let me know your thoughts. Are you skipping or are you saving? Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.